Good morning. Today I'm going to tell a story about the self-centered heart, on how it works. I heard a story about an elder in a church, and he was married with two children that were under 12. And what happened was his wife had, for all those years, had reconnected with somebody on Facebook, ended up having being drawn into an affair to where she actually left the state and left her children behind, and this man was crushed. And he went to his bedroom, took a week off of work, and just wept and just cried out to God, how could you allow this to happen? Why, God, why is this happening? And he was supposed to meet with the pastor who was telling the story. I don't know, it was almost a week out, but he said that this elder was telling him the story of how on the last day he's in his room just screaming out, God, how could you allow this to happen to me? I'm a good man, she's left two children behind, all this stuff, and he was in his bedroom, and he just felt like God was saying, why are you crying? And he just screamed at God, what do you mean, why am I crying? My wife of all these years left me for another man and left the children behind. And at that moment, he felt the Holy Spirit just convict him of saying, you say that you love her. You aren't in trouble. She has made choices in her life. She's been deceived and she's broken and she's doing this. And all you can do is cry about you. And that's the nature of our brokenness, is it pushes us deeper into ourselves, right? And that's where the enemy has us, when we're self-centered and self-focused. Not once did he ever cry out for her, because he was focused on himself. And that's the difference between God's love and our love, And I was just thinking about that today, and my heart breaks in those situations where people are deceived, and they're in that place of choosing a life centered in self rather than what's been given. We lose sight of the beauty that's all around us, and we end up going in that other direction, that is never fruitful. Come full circle, he ended up coming into the office and to the guy's office and shared that, and he continued to do what he needed to do. The woman ended up running that course and came back broken, and they're actually reconciled. That could not have happened if his heart got hard. Instead, he continued to press into God, and God allowed him to heal and move on, and he was able to forgive, and today they have a good marriage. But it's amazing how our hearts, as soon as something happens, we get into self-protection, boundaries, self-protection, all those things, man. It's not the way God is. If he was, he wouldn't have died on the cross for us. Anyway, God bless y'all. I hope you have an amazing day.